We step into this juicing up your hips practice. Take this moment to center yourself by connecting to your natural breath. Notice the inflow, the outflow, and all the features that support your awareness of your natural breath. Start by coming to tabletop position. Position your knees below your hips and your hands just in front of the line of your shoulder, and take a breath out as you round through the spine. Tuck your chin in. Big breath in, concave the spine, draw the shoulder blades together, look forward. Breathe out, round through the spine and tuck your chin. As you breathe in, open to the fullness of the breath in your belly. One more cycle. Breathe out, pushing the breath into the back of your spine. Breathe in, fill the front of your body with that joyous breath. One more cycle, breathing out, breathing in. And then slowly start to add some free-flowing movement while you're in tabletop. For me, this looks like painting the infinity signal with my hips. And the degree to which you take this will depend on you and how you add whatever feels supportive to you. But centralize the experience around the feeling or sensation in your hips. Keep moving as you please. There is no right or wrong to this. It just needs to feel right to you. Notice how this movement is supported by breath, natural or otherwise. And keep combining movement and breath together. Bring your big toes together. Take your knees wide apart and start to settle your hips back towards your heels as you come to rest in child's pose. Again, let your awareness gently drift to your breath, natural or otherwise. Keep your arms fairly active here. Elbows lifted, your hands are pressing down into the mat. And then relax. Let the hands soften, let your arms soften. And just be aware of this deep fold over the hips. Start to press the hands into the mat. Bring your body back to tabletop position. Reposition your knees. Tuck your toes under and slowly press back to downward dog. Start initially with the knees bent, heels lifted. And then slowly start to press the right heel down towards the ground. Open up the back of the left leg, bend the knees, and then start to press your left heel down in towards the ground, opening up the back of the left leg. Keep breathing here. Bend the knees Again, be aware of the sensation in the hip region as you're folded deeply. Then press both heels down towards the ground. Start to walk your hands gently back towards your feet so that you arrive at the back of your mat. Take the feet a hip distance apart. Bend your knees generously and use the legs as a shelf for your torso. Allow some heaviness through the head, heaviness through the arms, and you might like to cross the arms here, holding the opposite elbow. Again, just notice where your attention is drawn in regard to sensations in the hips, in your spine, in your shoulders and your neck. As you inhale, halfway lift, and then start to gently transfer your weight back into your heels, forward into the balls of your feet. Keep moving gently around the feet, whether that's forwards and backwards or in circles. And keep your focus on your breath. Fold deeply. As you inhale, halfway lift, hands can be on the floor or at your knees. As you exhale, fold to your comfortable depth of a forward fold. Breathe in, move with breath, halfway lift. Breathe out, come to forward fold. Deep bend of the knees as you inhale, lift the chest, rise up, Utkatasana or chair pose. Again, gently rock your weight forwards and backwards, finding a point in the middle where you can settle. As you inhale, reach all the way up, full mountain stretch. Exhale, join your hands to your heart in prayer position. Big full deep breath in, reach up to full mountain stretch. As you exhale, soften your knees, fold forward over your hips, taking your time to lower all the way to forward fold. As you inhale, halfway lift, keeping your neck soft. Exhale, walk your hands forward, coming to downward facing dog. Keep working your heels down towards the ground. Bend your knees. Gently lower all the way down to tabletop position. And then just swing your legs out to the side. Gently come into a position where you're lying on your back. Cross your right leg over your left knee in a figure 4 position. And then draw the legs in towards your chest, interlacing your hands behind your left thigh. And for this moment, again, be aware of the sensations that you notice and you're drawn to in the hips, in your glutes. If you've got a little bit more room to extend, you might take your hands to the front of your left shin. And this will just deepen that stretch for you. Again, hold, being aware of your breath, being aware of any sensations that your attention is drawn to. And this is one way of deepening your awareness of your body. Extend through your left leg, press through your heel, draw your toes towards your shin and push your leg into the interlace of your hands. Bend your left leg, lower the foot to the ground, uncross the leg. Just take a moment to pause. You're pausing to notice any differences between left and right. And then cross the left leg over the right. We're repeating on the opposite side now. Draw the right leg in towards you, interlace the hands behind the back of the right thigh or the shin. And again, this is an opportunity to be curious about differences of sensations from one side of your body to the other side. Find your breath, watch your breath, and then extend your right leg towards the ceiling. Press out through the heel, draw your toes down towards the shin, press the back of the right leg into the interlace of your hands. Slowly release the leg, the grip of the hands. Settle the feet back down on the floor before rolling back up to tabletop position. Reposition the body, knees below the hips, hands in front of the shoulders. Inhale, belly to earth. Exhale, round through the spine, tuck your chin. Tuck your toes under. As you exhale, press back to downward facing dog. Again, you can bend your knees generously here. Lift strongly through your heels, press down through the balls of your feet, and then slowly start to lower the heels. Inhale, roll forward to plank position. Exhale, drop the knees, lower the chest all the way to the ground. Press your feet firmly into the mat. Inhale, lift and open through the chest. Hold, noticing the muscles that are helping to lift you here. Keep pressing down firmly into the feet. Lower the head to the ground. Exhale, press back to plank, into downward dog position. Take a few breaths here. On your next exhale, again, slowly start to walk your hands back to your feet or your feet to your hands. Position your feet hip distance apart. Bend your knees generously. Move forward and backward through the soles of the feet, transferring your weight, taking this opportunity to feel your body. Settle your hips back at center. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees deeply. Inhale, rise all the way up. Stretch through the fingertips in Utkatasana or chair pose. Keep your gaze soft, your neck soft. Rocking your weight gently forwards and backwards until you find that middle point. We're coming into a balanced pose now. So bend your knees deeply. Hover your right leg just off the ground and experience balance before crossing your right ankle over your left knee. Join your hands together. Find a place where you can fix your gaze, your drishti, to help with your balance. This might be enough, or start to lower your chest down towards the legs. This might be enough also, or hook the arms over the knee and the foot. Use your breath here to balance. Use your core here for stability. And use your gaze here for attention. As you're ready, slowly start to release. Whoops. Remember, this is all a part of it. So you inhale, rise up. Keep that right leg lifting to explore your balance. So you inhale, lift the arms up, full mountain stretch. Exhale, deep knee bend. Inhale, rise up. Utkatasana or chair pose. Again, add some movement here. Find your center point of balance and then take your left leg, lifting your left leg, cross your left ankle over your right knee. Find that steady position. Remembering, if you need to, you can always use a wall here to hold on to. Keep this deep squat open here and then slowly start to transition to your experience of this pose. Whether the chest is just a little lower or the arms are hooked over your knee and your foot. Be curious and a little playful as you explore this deep squat. So you inhale, slowly rise up. Keep sitting in that squat. As you lift up, keep your left leg lifted from the floor. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Inhale, rise all the way up, full mountain stretch. Exhale, slowly forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, slowly step or walk back to downward facing dog. You might like to add movement here or just sit statically in the pose, aware of sensations. Bring your awareness back to your breath. And then with an inhale, float forward to plank, bringing shoulders out over your wrists. Lower your knees to the ground, lower your chest to the ground. Press your feet firmly into the mat as you inhale, peel the chest away from the ground. As you exhale, take the knees apart, draw the big toes together, and roll over your knees back to child's pose. Rest your arms. Rest your head. Keep the breath active, and again, take this moment to be aware of that deep fold over the hips and the sensations that are connected to that. Keep breathing. Keep noticing. Slowly come back up and make your way again to your back. Coming into a twist. So extending your left leg, bending your right knee, fold the right knee across your body. And then play around with the position of your neck. To extend the twist, you might like to look to the right-hand side. To deepen that twist, you could use your hand on top of your right leg, drawing it down to the ground. Notice whether your shoulders are still connected to the ground. And if not, back out of that twist just a little bit. Slowly use the core to come back to center. Extend your right leg down along the ground and then bend the left knee, shuffling the hips a little to the left as you roll your left knee over towards your right. And then here you're just recreating what you did on the opposite side. So if it felt good to you to draw your knee down to the ground, take that position. If it felt supportive to you to look out to the opposite side, then just send your gaze towards your left fingertips. And notice your breath and how it might feel as though it's changed as you're in this twist. Slowly come back to center. Extend your left leg down along the ground. Make any adjustments to your body, meaning you might like to shuffle your shoulders beneath the body. Draw the back of your head up the mat so you lengthen and create space in your neck. Allow your hands to rest by your side, a little away from your waist, and your feet to be a hip distance apart and gently dropped out to the side. And as you lay here in this space, use this opportunity here to bring your awareness to your whole body. And be curious about the sensations that your attention is drawn to. Spend a little time getting to know them, feeling comfortable with them, understanding them. Stay here for as long as you want, or simply draw your knees in towards your chest here, roll to the right hand side, and take a moment before coming back to a seated position. I thank you for joining me during practice today. My name is Anita. Namaste. If you like this tutorial, please hit the little bell, subscribe, keep updated about future classes coming your way. Namaste, and thank you once again for joining.